I should have written this a long time ago, but I'm a firm believer in only speaking about what I know, and for the longest time, I knew I was forgiven, but never took the time to learn how to forgive. Pain is fleeting. Inflicting its affliction during a chance meeting of emotion, reaction, and circumstance slightly slows the beating of speeding hearts for a few. Wish they were more forgettable moments. But the resilience of the human spirit is on it, constructed with an ample dose of move-on-ness. Yes. Hurt, however, has a tendency to take up residence. Find the deepest corner of the heart and mind to slowly take precedence of emotion, reaction, and circumstance. You see, pain is something you have. Hurt is something you are. And adding even more fuel to the flame, hurt has a face and a name. Wish they were more forgettable images displaying on the walls of the heart and mind, over and over of the wrongs performed against what was mine. You see, hurt is a dangerous little thing. It wears a mask of anger and simultaneously one of shame. It is the fuel behind the actions we can't ascertain, the reason for the bad decisions we can't explain, the whistleblower at the beginning of all the games. It will dwindle a grown man's perspective into that of a child, reduce a wife and mother to the mindset of when she was 5. Much like a spirit, hurt only needs one thing to survive: a host, somewhere to hide, something to feed off of to ensure it thrives. Now, how would I know about forgiveness and how to apply unless I had stared unforgiveness square in the eye? I made excuses for my ease of detachment. Said stuff like, I don't want to keep anybody around that don't want to stay. If they want to leave, I'll show them the way. Walls. Constructed in an attempt to protect me from being hit again. Seemed like I got burned every time I let anyone in. And you can only be hurt so many times and abandoned by kin and friends before you toughen up and develop thick skin. But are we tough enough to look within and not allow a protected heart to let bitterness sink in? It is a battle to accept apologies, then grin. But it is warfare not to receive them and then forgive. As if the offending party isn't fully aware of what they did. And the very least they could do was make an attempt to make amends. There's a reason that few tears fell from my face when I saw him at his end. The obituary spoke highly of his life, but failed to shed light on what he kept dim. I didn't. Perhaps I was fixated on his absence. Had trouble wrapping my mind around how he could ignore the attachment. My eyes, rich skin tone, and smile all match his. Now I'm a grown woman, trying to retrieve the pieces so forgiveness can begin patching. At first I was latching onto the false hope that the hurt would disappear like magic, but no sleight of hand or illusion can mask the turnaround and help and the action of asking. Fact is, holding a grudge is like letting someone live rent-free in your head. But if Jesus paid it all and canceled my debt, cashed the check that Adam wrote and offered new life in its stead, and I profess to be coupled with the carrier of the cross, in a pursuance of the perfect purpose of the cost, I'll count the loss. For therein is gain. The release of these grudges brings cease to these refrains, the repetition of positions of hopelessness and abandonment, being a consistent victim and coupling our personalities with the negatives life has handed us. When Jesus went to the cross, he had our grudges in hand with him, bore our sores upon his back to carry to the grave and banish them. When the stone was rolled away, the Messiah had strolled away. But if Mary had ventured deeper into the tomb alongside our sin, she will have seen our hurt thrown away, not because it has no worth, but because his love loves the hurt away. And so today, we have a choice to be content with being okay, or to live a life fulfilled with joy, to walk in Christ's example as we have our whole lives to live through, remembering that our own new life started with, I forgive you.